Hi guys, Mitch King with Trade Stocks America with a Thursday morning, March 3rd, 2011 daily stock report. The Dow stopped going down pretty much, closed at no change. I think we're going to probably start holding this area of that 12,000 like I've been saying for the last couple days, and we should start seeing some gradual movement up. It's not clear whether we're going to get to some new highs. My guess is that we will. We're probably going through some sort of process like right in here, hopefully not as long, but it could if this oil situation doesn't get under control. The Libya situation's getting worse. They're doing airstrikes on their own people, which is basically shooting on defenseless people. And so what likely is going to happen is we're going to see some other countries get involved and not only tell them to stop. Of course, Gaddafi is saying, get of our own, stay out of our own business, but that's not going to help. So it seems probable that this is going to elevate. We saw a couple U.S. military ships go through the Suez Canal yesterday or today, and so tensions are coming up. If you start seeing any type of battle group come in other than what's there in the Mediterranean, which is not likely, there's already one in the Mediterranean now, when a battle group includes a carrier. So I don't think the world, other than the Western countries, is going to stand by seeing Libya bomb their own people on an airstrike. I think the tension is going to elevate. We clearly see that in oil. My guess is that if this didn't happen, we'd be on this uptrend, just extending upwards. Kind of hang on and fasten your seatbelts. I would consider reducing some of these long positions. For sure, you guys got to hang on to these stop losses and don't go down below new lows, and let alone, and also it's not a good idea to be losing money that on a position that you were making money. Let's go take a look at a few stocks. Same look on the NASDAQ, up about 0.4% today. I think this could get up to 2,800, but everything's based on this protest, and we're starting to see the first headlines about the Saudi Arabia starting to see some protests, and that is the big problem I've been concerned about. S&P 500 looks pretty much the same. Here's CMG. I think it's probably bottom now. It'll hit that 234 number, 235, and we'd be looking for it to go over to 250 to 260. Apple, I'd consider reducing that long position. It's probably likely that to see it go back to that 340 area. Got a little pop today with Jobs getting up on stage, up 0.8%. My guess is it's going to be a little rough to get up to that 360 area. And I think we ought to close this CIT as well. I'd close out this MDRX if you haven't already. And I'd keep a really tight stop, very disciplined. I'd say $50. This thing should be closed if it goes below that 50. And we had profits on all these stocks, so you guys don't wait for me to tell you when to sell it. I mean, you got some money on your belt and you got some instincts of what the market's going to do. Take action. Here's ROVI. Did a nice little rebound today, 2.46. I'd use that little rebound to reduce. Here's Baidu up 1.4%. This is a little more bouncier type of stock. It's got a little more bullishness. Maybe give it a couple of days and see how it acts on the upside. Just not bouncing like we thought it would a few days ago. Should have been stopped once, and you might look at considering going back in this long. It should start turning up here, but it's obviously sideways on those indicators. Nothing pointing up yet. If you still got this long IN, it should start bouncing up off of this bottom we got today around that 1050 area. Another strong day for IPXL, up 2.7%. I think another day, possibly two. I'd probably consider selling at least half that tomorrow. Here's SPRD. I think it's not looking very strong. It's up 3% today. I'd probably reduce that tomorrow. CLD up 2%. I'd also use a little of this rebound. I just don't totally trust the market here with this overhang of going into the Saudi Arabia into the weekend. Look, we can always repurchase these stocks. Here's First Solar. Going down a little bit more. If you haven't purchased yet, it should be the next day or two. It very well could start bouncing. It's a very strong stock. This is a very volatile stock. Gets a lot of momentum. It's got a lot of life in this one. Let's just say it's a very popular stock. FCN's trying to get off the bottom here, and I think it will eventually. Amazon's trying to bounce as well. I think that's also a very strong stock. It's similar to Baidu. It's in the same category, an online stock. My guess is it starts moving up. Oh, one more thing. I did talk to the Venetian, and their computer says March 3rd is the last day for that 159 a night. So I'd love to work with you guys. We have 5 instructors coming to Vegas, including myself. and it's a 3-day event, so you're going to learn a ton. You'll be exhausted, but it'll be a great time. So we'll talk to you soon. So you know the routine. Talk to you tomorrow.